Pacers, they were in town to take on LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. So, Chiney Ogwumike, the Pacers, they trailed by 17 points in the fourth quarter, but not so fast.
Yeah, this is a young team that is hungry, and when you give them opportunities, I mean, look at how many people are diving on the floor for the loose ball to create easy baskets. The Lakers have a stout defense, but it's really in the half court. In transition, I think they feed off of it, but you saw TJ McConnell's face.
Right.
He's built for those type of plays.
Well, and at this point, 7-0 run, just kidding. Now it's a 10-0 run.
Dun,
they
dun,
cut
dun.
the lead to 7. 43.6 to play. Pacers down just 2. Tyrese Halliburton.
Too easy of a look to tie up the game.
And then on the other end, LeBron James drives, gets the finish to take the lead. So the Pacers, 8.7 seconds left to go here. Inbound the ball. Miles Turner gets it in. Halliburton looking.
Missed by the Turner. Another opportunity, and guess what?
The find right here to Nembhard. My goodness. Let the dog pile celebration commence. The Pacers win 116-115.
Did you know it was good when you let it go?
Yeah, low-key. Low-key, I felt good coming off my fingers, for sure.
At first, I was just going to rise up and shoot it. And 4 seconds is a lot of time. So I took 2 more dribbles, and I wanted to throw it to Buddy, but I knew if I threw it to Buddy, that there was going to be a hard contest from AD. And when I went to kick it, I saw LeBron like in the paint, and then it was like kind of a read. And LeBron took 2 steps, I'm throwing over the top to Ben, but he was late, so I just fired it to Drew for the game.
I mean, what a shot. Look at this. Look at the look on their faces. I love that. We heard from the players that were involved in the play that won the game, but what did you see on that play?
Like one of those moments as a hooper that you grow up and you're like, I wish I can win in this circumstance, and that's exactly what you got. The Pacers, though, they are a sneaky good team, and they showed the basketball world that exactly last night. The Pacers, they were pretty much going for the win in that late game situation because they had their top 5 3-point shooters on the floor in that play. That should have given us a little bit of a hint, but let me break this down real quick. So if you see this right here, they have great shooters all over the floor. These 2 guys give you 36 points per game, Mathurin and Hield, but they really want this guy, their post player, to get the final shot for the win because you have so many great 3-point shooters. And by the way, he shoots about 40%. How are you going to make that happen? Well, you're going to set 2 up screens that allow curl cuts to free him open. So as we see those cuts happen, those 2 up screens, you even notice this forces the Laker defense to really switch. Look at what Anthony Davis is doing. He's like, hey, you see his arm out there? Switch. But the communication was not on point. And guess what? They're overreacting. And that leads to a big time attempt. Now, let me tell you, this is a 3-point shot that's, the best look you can potentially get. Long shots, Malika, mean long rebounds, right? So I think AD and LeBron, if you look at them right here, they should be in position to get this rebound. But it really comes off like a bullet off the rim. And this is when things get fun. I want you to look at Andrew Nembhard and also the hustle right here from Tyrese Halliburton. This is a live play. And the awareness, the basketball IQ for both of them to be, really in the moment. You see Nembhard, he goes in, but he finds himself outside of 3. You see Halliburton, he does what he's done best in the NBA so far. What is that? Well, I'll show you right here. 1, 2, 3. 3 guys reacting, and then we just talked about that vision because he sees LeBron James here, which means, let's move that over here. My shooter on the weak side should be open. And so he finds, by the way, after all that shenanigans, he finds, let me tell you right here, their best percentage 3-pointer.
Wow. What a read by Tyrese Halliburton.
It's amazing. And guess what? Like, I think that's all she wrote. 0.9 seconds when he caught it. Just a little time. And that's the best thing about it. It's like no time to think, but just to release. Muscle memory. LeBron with an excellent closeout, but this is one of the sneaky good aspects of the Pacers. They all can shoot, and they went for the win. Why? You got nothing else to lose when you're in that situation.
And with all the subplots of that game that we talked about yesterday, this was so impressive from the Indiana Pacers. I feel like we got to give Tyrese Halliburton just a little bit of love. How many assists has he had over the last 3 games, Chiney?
40, shorty.
And he's had 0 turnovers to go with that. I mean, absolutely impressive. Tyrese Halliburton, he leads the league in assists. The Pacers, they make the 3rd most threes in the NBA. So why go for the tie when you can shoot your shot for the win?
100%.
That's what you said. You can shoot your shot. So Nembhard's first career buzzer beater was the culmination of a comeback that it doesn't happen in the NBA, especially to a LeBron James team. This was just the second time in 405 games that a LeBron team blew a 17-point fourth-quarter lead. You see, it doesn't happen very often to Lakers teams either. And LA, they also became the first team this season to lose after being up by 17 in the fourth quarter. So here are the Lakers on their collapse.
Up 17 early in the fourth, what did you think was the biggest reason for Indy coming all the way back?
We made some big shots, you know.
Everything has to go wrong in order for you to lose a game like that, and everything went wrong. You know, they took the game from us.
Wow. We would have been a lot more aggressive and also continue to be organized and move the ball. I think overall, we just got to do a better job. That falls on me. I'll take responsibility for that. It's on us players too, to go out and execute, watch film tomorrow and kind of figure out what happened.
So everybody is taking the blame for the loss, and everyone is going to weigh in on this one. Vince Carter, Zach Lowe, Kendrick Perkins, and Shanae. Perk, usually you lay out your feelings in a tweet, and you tweet about it in the moment. But yesterday, it was just no words for you. You just tweeted a photo, this, with the glasses. So let's start with you. Who is the most to blame for this Lakers loss?
Well, I mean, you know what? I can't point the finger at Darvin Ham. I can't point the finger at Russell Westbrook. I got to go at LeBron James on this one. And here's why, right? We talk about who is the best player on the Lakers right now, and that is Anthony Marshawn Davis. We're talking about a guy over the last 6 games that is averaging 32, 16 points, and shooting 62% from the field. And so when I look at last night collapse, I'm thinking to myself, how in the hell did Anthony Davis only shoot 2 shots? Why didn't LeBron James take control and go to the point guard position and force feed Anthony Davis? We've been waiting on this version of Anthony Davis over the last couple years, asking for him not only to be a top 5 talent, but in the conversation as a top 5 player. And I think it's time that LeBron James, not halfway, but all the way give him the keys to the car. And I thought last night it wasn't on Darvin Ham, it was on LeBron to say, you know what, AD, take us home. I'm going to put us in sets to force feed you the ball. We're going to slow down the tempo, and you bring us home, big fella.
Well, that kind of reminds me of a conversation that Matt Barnes and Vince Carter and I had yesterday, where you guys wondered aloud whether or not LeBron James and Anthony Davis could hit their stride at the same time. And that was so important for them in 2020. They needed that to happen in order to win a championship in the bubble. And so I was chatting with our stats guru friend, Matt Williams, and he told me something shocking. I want to show you all the final 3 minutes of Anthony Davis.
Basketball alongside LeBron, not when LeBron is out, but when those two are together, they need to know that AD comes first, just because schematically he's most important for you to really have a shot alongside LeBron to win a championship, or not even win a championship, y'all, to like get in the play-in playoffs,
the Pacers last night, right?
Like that.
I mean, Vince, this was your entire point yesterday.
Yeah, and Shanae, to add to that, he's playing great basketball right now, so why not play through your hot hand? But yes, Malika, we talked about this yesterday with Matt Barnes. Can they coexist together and play great basketball? Yes, and understanding how important this pecking order needs to be. Yes, LeBron was the pecking order. Well, that pecking order is starting to change, or needs to change, and you need to allow Anthony Davis to be the top of that pecking order. And for LeBron, he just has to have patience with this. You have to let him succeed and fail. You know, you can't break glass in the case of an emergency immediately. You kind of have to sit back and say, okay, we're in this situation, 17-point game. Now we feed our guy. He's our closer. He's that. So I think LeBron just has to have some patience and allow this to happen and manifest. If not, you're going to see more touches, and you're going to see more touches for LeBron, and Anthony Davis tend to fade away again because he's not involved. 10 seconds of touching the ball in this type of situation, unexcusable.
Zach?
It's worth noting there was another team on the floor last night who's 4.5 games ahead of the Lakers. Maybe we should give the Pacers a little bit of credit for winning the game instead of just blaming the Lakers. They made 6 threes in the fourth quarter. But look, when you blow a 17-point lead, you saw the stats before you played them. Everything goes wrong. No one is blameless. And for the Lakers, the half-court offense was slow. The span of 45 seconds, that's not a serious basketball team doing those things. You can't do that and be a serious contending basketball team that's trying to have discussions like, should we trade all our first-round picks to try to make ourselves a contender? You can't even match up in transition defense in the fourth quarter twice in a row. That's not a serious team. You got to be better than that.
Maybe we should stop saying the Lakers game and call it the Pacers game. But here's the deal for LA. The Lakers schedule, it just gets tougher over the next couple of weeks. The team gets to embark on a 6-game road trip. It starts in Milwaukee. That includes 5 games against teams with winning records, and the Lakers in return home. They face the league best Celtics and the Nuggets. It does not get easier.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. It's about that time. Let's talk about the Lakers. Lakers. They blew a lead last night. You saw Russell Westbrook dancing, and they had one hell of a lead going into the fourth quarter. However, that slightly diminished, and the Pacers hit a 3 to actually beat the Lakers by 1. Right? So that was at the buzzer beater yesterday. I have to admit, I was kind of shell-shocked. I was completely shell-shocked, and their next, 8-9 games are the hardest. So I know Rob Pelinka was saying, oh, we're gonna wait till the Thanksgiving, now we're gonna wait till December 15th and who we can trade for, but damn, it's it was a bitter, ugly loss last night. They kind of blew it. They blew it in the fourth quarter. They should have won that game, but they didn't. I believe they're 6-12 now, and they're on to play the Portland Trailblazers tomorrow night. And I don't know what to tell you. Their December schedule is insane. They're on the road quite a bit. They play the Bucks after the Trailblazers, I believe. You're playing the Bucks at home. Not looking good. Bucks are number 2 in the East. Just wait till you play Boston. Boston is number 1 in the East. They are lights out. They're a very strong team to actually win the title this year. They are actually. But going back to the Lakers, you know, they had that stretch. I think they're 5-7 in their last 12 games. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. But at the end of the day, you know, those teams were easy teams. Now you're coming into hard teams. And I'll say it again, you know, it's cool that they're clicking. It's cool that they're doing better than their ugly start. But at the end of the day, you still need a shooter. You don't have one. You have a plethora of guards, but that won't cut it when you're facing Phoenix and Dallas and Clippers. And yeah, so at the end of the day, it's not looking good for the Lakers. Trade deadline, I'm hearing rumors that Patrick Beverley might be on the move. Kendrick Nunn as well. We don't know that for sure, but after yesterday's game, you have to think to yourself that, you know, those two guys have to be on the move, because Lakers got to do something. You can't stay complacent, because, you know, it's cool that you're winning, but those were against teams under 500. It doesn't make any sense to sit down and relax. So, you know, Lakers blew it last night, but we'll see what happens. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about the Lakers trading Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn. This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.